I am back. It is your Coach Tawanda. I am a called and certified life coach, personal development goals, best-selling author, and podcast host of Talks with Tawanda. It's a space for healing, believing, and growing into the better version of yourself. I am so excited to be here this morning. It is Tuesday. The week is going, it's passing us through, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited. Because I got some exciting things going on this week for myself. I have a workshop planned with Habitat of Humanity. Got that call, got on their schedule, booked that workshop, and I am so excited to go and show out on Thursday. But hey, that's not why we're here. Why we're here this morning, because we got some things we got to talk about. We have some things we have to do, and today's message is powerful. As far as I'm concerned, it is powerful, and we are here for it, right? So most people, I feel, as well as myself, because I've went through the process, most people feel stuck. Why do we feel stuck? Why do we have that stagnant feeling hanging over our head? And how can we shift from surviving life to actually living life? That's what we're going to talk about today. We are going to talk about how to shift our mindset so we can start living the life that we deserve to live, the life that we have been destined to live, the life that keep tugging at us, that just won't let us go because it knows it is something we need to be doing. Let me adjust this screen right here. Okay. So we're going to be here to talk about it. Coach Tawanda, we are here to talk about it. And yes, everything I'm teaching today is connected directly to the Vision and Goals workshop that I am hosting December the 1st. The link is in my bio. Go ahead and click that link. Get your seat. It will be live it will be online on Zoom. So guess what? You can join from anywhere. Anywhere you would like to join from, go ahead, log in, and let's get it. Now, there are 3 tiers to this workshop. So go ahead and check it out. See which one you want. Because if you're getting a tier that consists of me mailing some things out to you, then we want to go ahead and get you booked in quick. Okay. 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 Let's go ahead and talk about it. Um, most people don't reach their goals because of lack of clarity. There's no clarity. The Bible says in Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision and make it plain. Meaning the vision that we have, the goals, the things that we have in our mind that has been tugging on us, we got to write them and make them plain. We are trying to hold these things in our mind, but our mind carry a lot of weight. Our mind carry a lot of thoughts. Our mind carry a lot. So in order to allow ourselves to be in the space to where we get clear about those things that we really desire to have, we got to have some clarity. We got to write it down and we got to make it plain. We got to know exactly where we're going if we're going somewhere. Most people never reach their goals because their vision is plain. And enough, it's too plain. Just think about taking some chicken out the pack, putting that chicken from that pack directly in that pan. Ain't no seasoning, ain't nothing. It's just plain. You don't want it. You know you don't want it. So you don't want your vision to be plain like that chicken plain. I'm just saying. The goals are not written. All these goals is multiple steps, multiple goals that go to a vision, and we are not writing them down so we can allow ourselves to be clear about it. The directions is not clear because if we're not writing down the goals, if we don't know exactly where we're going, the direction, of course, will not be clear because we don't know where we're going. We cannot walk into something we've never fully defined. I'm just saying, we, as is me and you, I ain't going to act like it's just about me because every day is the opportunity to get it, keep it, and keep on going. I'm just saying, we cannot walk into something we've never fully defined. So we don't define our vision. If we don't define our purpose, our goals, then we ain't going nowhere. I'm just saying, I am just saying, let me break that down for you. You say you want a better life, you want a better relationship, a better job, a better mindset. But what does better actually mean? What does it mean? Better how? Better when? Better in what way? We want better, but in what way do we want better? Clarity is power. It's power. If I told you to meet me in Alabama, that's not clear. Alabama where? If I said meet me in Alabama, you're gonna be looking at me like, okay, in what, where, when, why, how? But if I said meet me today at 3 o'clock at Starbucks on South Parkway, now you have directions. Now you know where to meet me. Now you know where to show up. Why? Because I was clear about the vision that I had to meet with you in Alabama, right? On South Parkway at the Starbucks. I'm just saying, we cannot hit the target that we can't see. If we don't see it, if you don't prepare for the destination, where you going? Because you can't prepare for something that you have not decided or chosen to even go into, to even meet, to even go. I'm just saying, we have to be clear about that in which we want. Your vision needs the same level of clarity. Just like you're going to give instructions or directions to someone to meet you somewhere, you need to give yourself the clarity, directions, and instructions to meet you at the finish line of at the end of your goals. You understand me? We got somewhere we got to go, and that's why many of us feel stuck until we write it down, until we make it plain, until we allow ourselves to be in a position to understand that we deserve that in which we are desiring to get. I'm just saying, for those that don't know me, I am Coach Tawanda. I am a called and certified life coach, personal and development, bestseller author, and I am the podcast host of Talks with Tawanda, a space for healing, growth, and moving towards the better version of ourselves. No vision. A lot of people are not getting what they want or living the life that they want or achieving the things that they want because they ain't got no vision pulling them forward. Proverbs 29:18 says, where there's no vision, the people will perish. You got to understand it. Even the Bible tells us, now I ain't here to try to preach to you, but I'm here to tell you what I know, what I've learned, what I've experienced, what I've walked through for myself. The Bible tells us in Proverbs 29:18, it says, where there's no vision, the people perish, meaning you don't drift into destiny. You don't accidentally grow and you don't stumble your way to healing. There is some work that you have to do. Vision is the pull. Vision is the motivation. Vision is the reason you get up when you're tired. When you have a vision in mind, you have a place in mind, you have goals in mind, then it's going to give you that boost to want to get on up because you got somewhere to be. You got some things to do. So let me make this real for you. When you have a vision, you wake up differently. You move differently. You talk differently. You protect your energy differently because your future is pulling at you. It's pulling at you in a different direction than where you came from, than what you have been doing, where you had been. But most people are only motivated by their past. That's why mindset shift is very important. When we go identifying our vision, putting goals to it, making a plan, we also have to shift our mindset. Most people are only motivated by their past hurt, past disappointment, past failures, past traumas. So they move in circles instead of moving forward. You're going in circles. You're going in circles. A clear vision gives you a why big enough to break the cycle. Let me tell you, we are staying stagnant in places because we are not allowing our vision to move us forward as it should, because we are connected to things that we should be walking away from. Past hurt, past disappointment, past failures, past traumas. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it disturbed. Yes, it bothered. Yes, it tore up some things or whatever the case may be. But we are stuck there when we should be moving forward. 3 is lack of accountability. The reason, the reason why most people don't reach their goals, 1, we're going to go back, lack of clarity. 2, no vision pulling them forward. So we are not clear. We have not defined. We have not identified our vision. So we don't even know where we're going. And 3 is lack of accountability. We weren't created to grow alone. Now, a lot of times we are in position because of the past, because of hurt, because of betrayal, and all those things, and we decide to isolate ourselves. Good morning, AB. We decide to sit in a space to where we just want to be alone. Oh, we got this. We could do this alone. We weren't created to grow alone. Even Jesus sent the disciples 2 by 2. He didn't even send them out by themselves. Why? Because accountability produces strength. We are walking in a space and we are hiding ourselves, and we are not allowing ourselves to be connected to people, and even connected to ourselves on a deeper level. Here's a problem. Most people never reach their goals because they don't want to be held accountable. We ain't even holding ourselves accountable. They don't want anyone checking on their consistency because they think they got it. We got it. We don't need nobody hovering over us, micromanaging us, right? Those things that we say. They don't want to be corrected. Ain't no, everybody right, everybody perfect, everybody got all the answers, and we cannot stand to be in a space where somebody is correcting us and trying to get us to move forward, being the best version of ourselves. I'm just saying that's just, it is what it is, and they don't want the support that requires discipline. We don't want to be disciplined where we need to be disciplined. That's why most people are not reaching their goal because of it requires discipline, and we don't want the discipline. Growth doesn't happen in isolation. Isolation creates stagnant. Well, stagnation. I'm sorry. Stagnation. I'm sorry. I'm tripping over words this morning, but charge it to my head, not my heart. I'm just saying. When you have accountability, when you're holding yourself accountable, when you're allowing others to hold you accountable in the space, especially when your vision is tied to, you show up differently. You push through some things. You keep your word, you stay focused, and you bounce back even faster. Going through the season that I went through, where everything seemed to tumble down on me. Good morning, B. Good morning. Where everything seemed to tumble down on me, I had to regroup on some things. And accountability was one of those things that came into place, along with a lot of other things. So for me, I had to hold myself accountable when I didn't get in there and I didn't journal, or I didn't work on what I needed to work on that was healing. When I didn't work on a business, if I didn't allow myself to be, focused, or whatever the things are, wherever they are, we have to be in a position to be okay to accept and receive accountability, right? That's how we show up. That encourages us to show up. So just imagine, because I have been here, baby. Imagine going to the gym alone. Let me tell you, I am a whole mess going to the gym by myself. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be honest about it. I am. You might quit a little early. Let me tell you, I'll go in there, baby, and I'll be so excited about going to the gym. I get up in there and I do me about 10 minutes, and I'm walking out the door like I done did something. I ain't bust a sweat, ain't pulled a muscle, ain't did nothing. But when I've had someone to go with me, baby, I'm working like my life depends on it. I'm showing up a little bit different. When I have somebody waiting on me, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to do something a little bit different. But when I'm there by myself, that thing gets a little. So when I go to the gym, I need to take somebody with me because I need the accountability. I ain't going to be over here playing like I got it all together because Lord knows I don't. That is a work in progress. You understand me? If you're going to the gym alone, you may just quit a little bit early. But I bet if somebody show up there with you, you're going to push on through. You're going to get up and go. You're going to do them reps. I did. I'm telling you, I did. Your vision needs the same accountability. The same accountability you would need to go to the gym is the same accountability that you would need. That's why coaching work. That's why community work. That's why support matters. If you don't have those things, if you're not being accountable, then you're missing part of the steps. We want all the steps because we have somewhere to go. For those that don't know me, let me go ahead and reintroduce myself. I am Tawanda. I am Coach Tawanda, called and certified life coach, personal development and goals, best-selling author, and podcast host of Talks with Tawanda. And we are here talking it out, getting ourselves ready, because guess what? We are a few, about a month and almost a half or somewhere up in there of the new year. We're not going to walk into the new year we're not going to walk into 26 with 25 mindset. There are some things that we didn't get completed, some things that we didn't do. We are stagnant in some areas. Let me quit saying me. I am trying to relate to us, but I had to walk through some things. And so I'm okay with being in a space to say, hey, I was there. So when I say we not here together, we here together. You understand? Because I've walked through it. I had to go through those motions. I had to go through the healing. I had to go through the accountability, learning different things about myself, really identifying my vision so that I can get from where I was to where I want to be. So let me run it back for you real quick. Why most people are not reaching their goals. One is lack of clarity. We don't know where we're going. Two, vision. There's no vision pulling us forward. So again, we don't know where we're going. So there's no vision to keep us going. There's nothing that we're seeing. We're not seeing ourselves going to Jamaica, so we're not going to Jamaica. Lack of accountability. We are not allowing ourselves to be held accountable. We are not wanting to be corrected. We're not wanting to be checked up on because we think we're being micromanaged and all those things. But no, this is how we're going to get to where we want to get. We have to be in the position to be okay with accountability. We are lacking accountability, and lacking accountability allows us to stay stagnant. I'm just saying, emotional wounds still running the show. Some of us are trying to move forward, but we still have the same mindset. Mindset shift is going to be needed with goals. We around here and we saying, oh, we want this, but we ain't shifting the mindset to allow it to line up. This is a big one because most people don't fail because they don't have goals. They fail because their wounds are still louder than their goals. Their unhealed wounds. I'm not enough. I don't deserve more. It won't work. I failed before. People don't support me. When we have all of those things roaming around in our mind, of course, where we gonna go? What we gonna do? We have to shift the mindset. We have to believe what we don't believe. That's gonna be some work. We gotta be so. If we don't believe it now, we gotta put ourselves in a position. It's affirmations. It's actually sitting in with yourself, journaling in the Bible, allowing yourself to know whose you are and who you are. That's what's gonna be needed so that you can move forward, living the best version of yourself. I'm just saying. That's it. That's all, y'all. On that, I'm just saying. We have to heal some places to move forward in some new places. Your feet can't walk into the future if your heart is still stuck in the past. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, think about it. Think about it. How can you build confidence when rejection is still talking to you too loud? How can you move forward when betrayal is still bleeding? How can you believe in yourself when trauma feels or tells you that to stay small? Because we have been in a space to where we have allowed ourselves to shrink. We had allowed ourselves to not really believe in ourselves, low self-esteem, like all the things, no boundaries, all those things. Our wounds tell us that it's okay to stay there, but our vision, we gonna switch that because our mindset is gonna change, and our vision is gonna tell us that we deserve to have that thing in which we want to have. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Your wounds impact your decision. They impact your relationship, your discipline, your money habits, your boundary, your self-worth. And the hardest part is you don't even realize the wounds are guiding and stirring the wheel. Trust me, been there, done that. Every day I have to be mindful. Every day I have to sit with myself. Every day I have to make sure that the thoughts that I have are thoughts that will actually allow me to move forward in the vision. My vision and my thoughts got to match. If your vision says that I'm going to have a business, but your thoughts saying, no, you can't do it. What you got? What do you have? I'm just saying, you ain't got nothing. So sometimes you're in a space and somebody may be in this place where you think you're procrastinating, but really you're just scared of failing again. There is somewhere in life that you did not get the results that you desired to have, and it made you feel like you failed in something. So now, instead of relaunching that business or restarting that book or reapplying for that house, you get a little nervous because you're thinking about what happened when you tried it before. But it don't matter. Try it again. You think you're busy, but really you're just avoiding disappointment. You're not going and doing what you need to do, booking that trip, like I say, applying for that house, applying for that business. You're not doing those things because you're trying to avoid being disappointed. You don't want to be disappointed again, so you're not going to step in the room. You may be thinking you're unmotivated, but really you're emotionally exhausted. You're just exhausted because you're just running this race in your head, just running around with no vision, no purpose, just not knowing you have it and it's in you, but you've just not discovered it. Healing is not an option, y'all. It's not an option. Healing is required for growth. If you want to grow, if you want to get to the next level, you're gonna have to heal. You're going to have to be in a space to let some things go. Okay, it hurt. I know. It wasn't fair. I know. It didn't feel good. I know. It was scary. I know. But you can't hold on to that because your destiny is calling. Your vision is calling. The better version of yourself is calling. Let me go ahead and take a moment to reset the room. Listen, I am Coach Tawanda. I'm a called and certified life coach, coaching in personal development and goals. I am a best-selling author, and I'm a podcast host of Talks with Tawanda, a space for healing, a space for discovering, a space for believing, and a space for walking into the better version of yourself. So listen, before coaching, before writing, before healing, I'm going to be honest, baby, I was in survival mode. I woke up every day just functioning. I wasn't living. I woke up every day just going just going with the motions, just going with it. I smiled on the outside, but on the inside, I guarantee you that I was kind of toe up. I was breaking. I just showed up, but I wasn't showing up. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there doing what I need to do. I was just surviving. I was just going with the motions. And honestly, I was tired of being strong. Coming from my background and the things that I had experienced, I was always in the position to have this shield over me as if I was strong. I had to be strong. Good morning, AJ. I had to be strong. Well, I was tired of being strong. There was divorce that broke me in ways that I didn't even have the language for. Not one, but a couple. But they ain't what we talking about, y'all. They ain't what we talking about because I got through that thing. I learned some stuff, right? It was the betrayal that made me question my worth. Having certain people in my circle and them acting the way that they acted or did the betrayal and all the things that came in place with it made me start thinking of, questioning myself. And I had to snap out that thing because no, baby, it ain't me, it's you. The family drama that I felt, man, I did with when the situation with my mom came about. It was just one season. I went through this season. It was like everything was attacking, but I realized that I was going through those attacks at the moments I was going through them because it was something that I needed to learn about myself. The identity theft, baby, it was more than just the money. It was more than just the credit being damaged. It tore at a part of me. It was something that was taken from me. So yes, I found myself in this dark space. I found myself in a space like, okay, Lord, wait a minute. Is this the end of time? What are we doing? That feeling that feeling, that moment, that the parts of me that had been taken, it was chipping at my confidence, my peace, my security, my trust. Like I was saying, like I had to back up in the corner, baby, because let me tell you, it was a whole lot going on, but I'm glad I did. I am literally okay with those seasons because those seasons, had I not weathered those seasons, then I wouldn't be the woman that I am today. I wouldn't have the mindset, the heart, and the things that I have today. I wouldn't know what it was that I was worth if I didn't go through sin where I didn't allow myself to really show up in those spaces to show that I was worth what I was worth. I'm just saying, I felt robbed mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Every day felt like I was trying to rebuild a house while standing in the debris. You can't rebuild a house with junk all over the way. You're gonna have to clear some stuff up. And that's what I learned through that season. That's what happened. I wasn't living. I wasn't thriving. I was surviving. Barely. Barely. Good morning, Kayla. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. For those that just jumping in here with me, I am Coach Tawanda, a personal development and goals coach, best-selling author, and I am a podcast host of Talks with Tawanda. And what we're talking about today is why most people never reach their goals. We are talking about vision and goals. We are about to run into the next year, to the new year. And I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but we're not going to walk into 2026 the way that we strolled through 2025. It is time to do something a little bit different, and the time is now. Y'all hear me? Listen, if y'all over there on YouTube and you're over here on TikTok, go ahead and do me a favor and tap that screen for me. Go ahead and tap that screen, tap that screen, tap that screen. Just go ahead and show a little love. Show me love, I show love back. I'm just saying. When God reminded me of a scripture, you got to understand, like my foundation has been God. I'm not perfect. I am human before I am anything else, but I am reminded, and ever since childhood, you know, there are certain scriptures, certain people, certain things that was poured in my spirit, and I'm glad that I did, because when it came to a moment where I was walking through life, didn't know if I needed those things or not, it came a moment in life where I realized, like, dang, all this stuff that I had been collecting, all these things, I can apply it, So I was grateful for it. I was very grateful. Jeremiah 29 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope in a hope, a plan that was bigger than what broke me." Baby, that's what I was striving to get to. That's what allowed me to be in the space to say, okay, no, 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 I know different. Because God, it don't feel right. It don't look right. But I know God just got something a little bit better for me. Father God, show me what I need to do. He said, work on your heart. He said, allow me to give you a new mind. I'm just saying. He said, it's time to begin again. I understand you went through some seasons, some things tried to break you. I understand some things didn't sit right. Some things came to try to tear down what you was building up. But listen, is it possible that you was building and you was not partnering with me? I said, God, okay. I hear you talking to me now. So I had to do some inner work because God had a plan. Then I needed a vision to walk towards it. So God, okay, give me the vision. So baby, I've had a plenty of them, and it has been great when I have allowed myself to partner with God. I allowed him to heal the things that tried to break me, that tried to destroy me. When I allowed myself to sit in his presence, when I allowed myself to say, okay, this is the vision. Okay, God, what do I do with this vision? He said, make some goals. He said, write it out, make it plain. And then he who sees it can take and run with it. She who sees it can take and run with it. I'm just saying, that's just what I had to do. I needed something that lifted me beyond the pain, beyond the disappointment, beyond the betrayal, beyond the version of me that was only surviving. Hey, listen, if you've ever been in this space, or if you see yourself in this space now where you just surviving and not really living, where you're just so discombobulated in the spirit, you don't know where you're going, what you're going to do. You've been told it's something dropped in your spirit to start a business, something dropped in your spirit to write a book, something dropped in your spirit to start healing, something has dropped in your spirit, and you're sitting there like, I don't even know what to do with this. I am still unsure. I don't know where I'm going, what I'm doing, or anything else. Even though I'm not Christian, I 100% agree with you. You're you're so awesome, Jam. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I receive it and I love you back. These moments, going through that moment of healing, it's just not getting over some things. It's actually looking within yourself. I realized something. Boundaries was needed when I was going through this storm, when the identity theft came because of the people I was connected to, when the business adventures failed or was smashed from under me because of the people that I had connected to, and when the marriage failed, when the issues with the family came in place. It was something that I needed to work on, and boundaries was it. We are walking through spaces and we don't have boundaries. We just letting people trowel all up over us, all up in our stuff, and they ain't even we ain't even letting them in. They ain't even got to force themselves in. All we doing is just sliding the boundaries over, sliding the gate over, and we allowing people in. But in this season, we are setting boundaries because our vision is going to require us to set boundaries. Our goals is going to require us to be disciplined, and our faith is going to require us to continue to stand. I'm just saying, I needed me more than anything else. This is the season. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's because you need you more. You are not allowing yourself to need you more than other people need you, or need you more than the need of showing up for other people. I needed to see myself differently. Going through depression, going through those moments of low self-esteem and all those things, in order for things to change, I had to see myself differently. I had to honor my time. I was just available for any and everybody. All the shenanigans, all the mess. Anytime somebody said jump, I said, ha ha. I'm just being honest with you. This is a moment of transparency, because I'm not going to tell you that, oh, I just woke up like this. No, baby, I had to wake up like this every morning and continue to wake up like this, because I know that there is something different that I'm desiring. I know there's a vision that's ahead of me, and I have to keep myself aligned with that vision. I'm just saying, I had to see myself different. I had to honor my time, my energy, my emotions. I am responsible for my emotions. I am responsible for my energy and my time. And where I choose to place them is my responsibility. I can't go place them in a trash can and then get mad when the trash man come and pick it up. I'm just saying. Because if I don't protect my peace, if you don't protect your peace, nothing else will grow. You're going to be in that stagnant space. You have to protect your peace. And that's when I learned vision gives direction, y'all. If you want to go somewhere, if you know you're desiring to go somewhere, destined to go somewhere, you have to have vision. What is it do you have? Where are you going? What you doing? If you don't know, then the universe ain't gonna know. You understand me? Let me take a moment to reset the room, if that's okay with you. I am your coach. I am a called and certified personal development and goals coach, best-selling author, and podcast host of Talk with Tawanda. I'm here just to share this space of healing, growth, believing, and walking into the better version of yourself. We are walking into 2026 and we are refusing to walk into 2026 with the same mindset that we had in 2025. And especially if that mindset was not aligned with our vision. Goals give you structure. Vision gives direction. It tells you where you're going. And we talked about what it was last week. We talking about our vision. We was going to Jamaica. So we started planning going to Jamaica. Our goals give you structure. Our goals tell us exactly what we need. They break your healing into steps instead of being overwhelmed. It breaks it down. So I need this, so you can work on things one by one to get them done consistently. Healing and boundaries give you permission to dream again. You have to allow yourself to heal. You have to allow yourself to set boundaries, because you can't build a future while holding on to what ruined your past. Okay, mama and them didn't do it. Dad and them didn't do it. Jody and them just came in and played over you and all those things. It's okay. That's then. What are we doing now? Are you bending yourself to fit into everybody else's expectations? Or are you going to expect more of yourself, and then you're going to walk into that space, call upon the name of Jesus Christ, and you shall be shaped? You better say it, Shane. You better go ahead and say it, because let me tell you, that is my foundation. I am not going to move. I can't. Let me tell you, I done went through those moments when I was surviving. I was surviving because I wasn't grounded. I wasn't rooted in faith. I wasn't rooted in God. I didn't allow myself to sit in his presence. I didn't allow him to partner with me. But when I decided that no, that this has got to be different. Lord, come on and guide the way. When I decided to let him decided that he was going to be my partner, it shifted. It was a whole mindset shift. I had to allow myself to be in the space, be accountable, and allow him to shift my mindset, because he said he would. Hey, for those that's on here, go ahead and tap that screen for me. Get some likes in that thing. You love me and I love you back. I'm going to take a few moments. I know I just did it a moment ago, but since I got new people coming in, I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to reset the room. Who am I? I am Tawanda, Coach Tawanda. I am a called and certified personal development and goals coach. I am a best-selling author, and I am a podcast host of Talks with Tawanda. And we are here for it. We are here for it because we are determining that we have a vision that is going to stretch us. It's going to challenge us. It's going to move us into the better version of ourselves. But we have to be okay and say, okay, I'm ready. That's when my shift came. When I got hold of my vision, identified my vision, when I allowed myself to set goals, when I allowed myself to heal and have boundaries, that's when the shift came. That's when my turning point came. That's when the moment I said, God, I'm done surviving. Help me live. Because I was tired. Baby, let me tell you, you know, watch them movies when them folks be out there and surviving and up in that thing and trying to get it. Baby ain't resting because they got to sleep with one eye open. All those things, piece by piece. Father God, I'm so grateful. I'm just grateful. I don't know about you, but I'm grateful because I know what it was like. I know where I came from. I know what he delivered me from, day by day, prayer by prayer, decision by decision, boundary by boundary. He started rebuilding me and I allowed him to. And that's that accountability too that comes in faith. We got to allow ourselves to be in a space to know when it ain't right, when we ain't doing it right, when we need to change some things. We got to be okay with somebody even whisper, hey, look, don't do that. We got to be okay with ourselves and the decisions that we make, because it is time to to start rebuilding. It is okay. Things hurt. Things happen. It is okay. You can rebuild life. It's not the end. It is the beginning. We are beginning again, right? Not the old me, not the old you, not the broken you, not the wounded you, but the purpose, the you that has purpose, the you that has been called, and the you that has been whole. That's the version of us that we are taking into the next season. And y'all listen, that is why I created the Vision and Goals workshop. It was personal. it was my personal healing journey. And as I got from that space of that darkness and allowed myself to walk in light, I said, okay, wait a minute, this thing right here, this thing pretty cool, baby. When I allow myself to be found, allow my foundation to be on faith instead of fear, things start moving a little bit different. And then people may ask me, well, how in the world are you surviving? And you don't have, I don't live paycheck to paycheck. I don't live, baby. I don't know when a check gonna come. I pray on that thing. I pray on it. When it comes down to clients, I have clients. I do workshops. I do all the things when it's time to come, when God is positioning me to do it. I go in there in my little book, Father God, you know what's going on. You know what I got. Come on, send it, Father God. Send me to where I need to be. That's the foundation. It's gonna be, because the vision that I have, the vision that He put in me, it was not mine. He gave it to me. So if He gave it to me, I'm going to allow Him to go ahead and guide me through it. And this is one of those visions that He gave. He said, okay, now that I have allowed you to walk through these steps, now that you have taken the proper steps to get to where you needed to get, where I needed you to be, now I need you to go, and I need you to go ahead and give it to the people. Because there's somebody out there that's in the same position, and my position is to help them get from where they are to where they want to be. And I'm going to do that because I partner with God. This isn't just a cute arts and craft moment. This is a whole coaching moment. But what I do in this workshop, we do a vision board, because again, vision, we trying to see where we going. This is a blueprint that helped me rise again. It's the process that shifted me from ashes to alignment. Understand that, right? This is how I stopped surviving and finally started living, because I made a decision. I made a decision to get intentional about my life. I made a decision to open my eyes and my heart to what God had already poured into me so that I can move in clarity. I'm just saying, that's just what I'm going to rerun this thing back for us real quick, y'all. If y'all have a moment, just walk with me. What I'm going to run back is to tell you why most people don't reach their goals. This is all I'm saying. If I'm going to do it this way, so don't nobody get offended, but we're talking about accountability. So if we're going to be accountable in this moment, we're going to receive what we've been given, right? Most people don't reach their goal because of lack of clarity. They don't know where they're going. Remember, the Bible in Habakkuk 2:2 says, write down a vision and make it plain. So if you're not writing down a vision, if you're not making it plain, how do you know where you're going? No vision pulling them forward. If you don't have a vision pulling you forward, again, how do you know where you're going? What are you going to do this year? So if you're brave enough, put it in the chat. In this year moving up, 2026, where do you see your life? What do you see going on? Are you going to go ahead and build that business? Are you going to go ahead and write that book? Are you going to go ahead and buy that house? Are you going to go ahead and sit down and discipline yourself to work on that credit? Are you going to allow yourself to be open to receive love if it's your time? Or what we going to do? We going to sit and we going to still be sitting like, I don't know. I'm still hurt. Okay, get over it. I ain't saying that to be boastful. I'm saying that because it's time. Get over it. Get over it because your vision is calling you. Get over it because your purpose need you. Get over it because you have some things to do. And your past was just a past. It wasn't destroying you because you're here. It didn't destroy you. What it did, it built you up. There were some things you were supposed to learn in it. And if you learned those things, it's okay. Let's move forward and take those things and let's apply it because you deserve it. We need our vision to pull us forward. Lack of accountability. We have to be in a position and we need to be in a space to where I don't want nobody telling me what to do. They trying to correct me. Yeah, we don't want wisdom from everybody, or we don't want information from everybody, but put yourself in a position to where you can receive wisdom for the person that you need to receive wisdom from. Lacking of accountability. We don't want nobody to hold us accountable. We don't want nobody checking in on our consistency because we might not be doing what we need to be doing. But if you're doing what you need to be doing, then you wouldn't be worrying about nobody checking on your consistency. We don't want to be corrected, but when we don't want to be corrected, what we're saying is we are perfect and we have it all together. Do you really? I'm just saying. We don't want to support because we don't want to be disciplined. If we get the support, then somebody is going to challenge us to do what we need to do, and we don't want to do that because it causes discipline. I'm just saying, 4 emotional wounds still running the show. We are still holding on to the thing that tried to break us, but where it's still attached to us, it's attached to us to show us the lesson and show us where we came from, not to sit in it like we still in it. We are allowing ourselves to be hurt over and over again, thinking about it, because the situation ain't hurting us no more. It's our thoughts. It's how we perceive it. It's how we allow ourselves to sit in it. Unhealed wounds say I'm not enough. So do you really want to sit in that space? I don't deserve more. Do you really want to sit in that space? It just won't work. Okay, so you're going to tell me that you're going to continue and you're going to walk into 2026 still talking about it won't work. It will work if you allow it to work. If you believe it work. If you don't believe it ain't going to work, then it ain't going to work. I failed before. You ain't failed before. You learned what didn't work. So now apply what you know do work. Shift it. It's okay. It happens. Not every plan put together, every move that is made, gonna work out perfectly. So I'm not gonna teach you that because that would be a lie. But what I am saying is, if you are grounded in faith, you gonna know that sometimes we're gonna be tested in areas. Sometimes we're gonna be tested to see do we really want it. Sometimes we're going to be tested in a space to show, okay, listen. If you want it bad enough, although this part didn't work, or you're going to reroute and redo it and keep on going towards the vision, your why got to be big enough for it in order for you to withstand the things that's going to come, because the Bible also tells us no weapon formed against us shall prosper. And so that being so, I like to understand and keep that in mind, because when things come, when the obstacles come, when the roadblocks come, when the delays come, I know that there may be some things that's trying to come and attack me, but I'm gonna stand firm on the faith. God, this is the vision. This is what I seen. This is what you told me I can have. So where there's roadblocks, where there's delays, and where there's obstacles, I need you to help me be able to maneuver, because he did say we got the ability to speak to the mountains. So you better start speaking to those mountains and moving, because they're not going with you on your next in a journey. We're not going to carry them with us. You have to understand that your wounds that you're holding on to, they're going to impact your decisions. They're going to impact your relationships. They are going to impact your discipline. They're going to impact your money. They're going to impact your boundaries, and they're going to impact your self-worth. So you might as well just leave it alone. That's going to bring us back to the space of this workshop. I'm just saying, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome because we're not just going to put together a vision board. What we are going to do is to put together a different mindset, because it is time to shift. Is some shifting going on? I'm just saying. I am Coach Tawanda, personal development and goals coach, best-selling author, and podcast host of Talks with Tawanda. Guess what, y'all? You know how I was able to do all those things? You know how I was able to sit in those positions? I was able to do it because I had a vision. And although that vision at the time when it came, baby, I was sitting here like, Lord, you mean God, you ain't talking about me. You want me to do what? He said, yes, if you accept. I had to accept the assignment. Baby, I had to do it scared. I had to do it still in the process of healing. I had to do it not knowing all the questions, all the answers, all the ramifications of all the things. I didn't know what was going on, but I had to step into it because the vision is the vision. I kept my eye on the vision. So I got here because through the moments of just all the things trying to come through and break sis down, I decided to stay focused on the vision. I'm just saying, y'all with me? If y'all with me, go ahead and tap that screen. Show me that you're with me. I'm just saying now, because we're finna go ahead and move on because we got some things to go. The mindset shift that changed everything with me, it was the biggest shift of my entire life, came when I finally understood that I needed to stop surviving life and start building life. I was just sitting and whatever happens, happens. I went into a relationship like that. Well, I'm just going to see how long they going to last. I had no vision. I was not clear. I'm just going to see if it's going to work. I'm just sitting over here going to see. No. We got to do more than see, baby. We're going to have to shift. We're going to have to shift the mindset because survival is a mindset. It's a mindset. So we have to shift, and we shift it by transformation. It's okay. It is okay. It's going to consist of us to do a little work. But if you ain't scared to work a little bit, just type a heart or something. Let me know you're here with me, because it's going to be some work that we're going to have to do. For years, I didn't realize it, but I had adapted to survive. I had to adapt it to survive. And y'all, let me tell you, I had to adapt it to that thing so good till I was just bobbing and weaving, just getting through life. I didn't even realize, baby, I was just really putting more energy in spaces that I didn't need to put in there. I was just surviving. I was just surviving. I really wasn't being intentional about life. I wasn't being intentional about my goal. I wasn't being intentional about healing the spaces that needed to be healed. I waited. It was some things that needed to be healed way years ago, and then it was years later before I started healing those things. It's okay, but we're here. It is okay. I realized that I had adapted to that space. What do surviving look like? Let me go ahead and tell you, I was overthinking every decision, living in fear of the next disappointment. There was so much disappointment that came in life, starting from a young girl, till I was scared to for a second to even think anything bigger, because again, I was preparing. Like, I ain't want to be disappointed, so I'm not gonna do it, because I'm thinking about what happened when I tried it before and I was disappointed. I'm just saying, shrinking myself for others to feel comfortable. Oh my God, that was a big one, y'all. That was a big one. I was not allowing myself to stand to the calling in which I had on my life because of people that was around me. So I had to shift. I had to be okay with letting go of that comfort zone. I had to be okay with allowing people to just step out the way. I love you. I ain't mad at you, but we just on, you ain't a part of the vision. I'm just saying we got to be bold enough to say it, because what? Why? We need us. We got to be okay with it. Giving more than what we receive, we have to be in a position to where we're okay with knowing that we should be receiving too. Carrying emotional weight that doesn't belong to you, accepting bare minimum effort because you're scared of losing people. Oh my God, when you actually look at that from a different lens, I'm sitting there like, I don't even know why we're even allowing myself to be connected to you, because this didn't even make sense. It didn't even make sense from the beginning, but we allow ourselves in that space. We allow ourselves to accept a little bit because we think, you've heard people, you've heard people saying, no offense to anybody or anything, but you've heard the saying, it's better to have a piece of man than no man. And you're a lie. It's a lie. That is the bare minimum. Stand in the cycle you prayed and you prayed for, and you wanted to be delivered from. You have to stay in that frequency. You have to allow yourself to believe that this is for you, functioning, but never truly feeling fulfilled. Y'all, that's surviving. That's surviving. That's not life. If that's you, if you any of those things, it can be one of them. I'm telling you, you are surviving, and you need, if one of them consists, they're just like roaches. You see one roach, baby, you best believe it's some more around there that's hiding out in the cut. So you see one moment or one thing that you have to that you're working on, that you need to heal, is 9 times out of 10 it's some more connected to it. You might have to go look for it. You might have to go search for it. I'm just saying, surviving is not living life. That's emotional autopilot. Like, you're on autopilot. You not going. No, you just coasting. Are you really going to continue to just coast through life? Hey, Sandy, how you doing this morning? Are we really just going to continue to coast through life, or do we want to get in the car and just ride through this thing because we know where we are going? But when God started shifting me, when He started shifting you, when He started healing you, when He started reminding you of who you really are and whose you are, then you will start stepping into something totally different. So listen, that's why I want to invite you to this workshop, because guess what? We're going to talk about these things. We're going to break down everything that need to break down. We're going to talk about these limited beliefs. We're going to talk about these things. Why? Because we deserve to live the life that we deserve to live. I'm just saying, if you hear, let me go ahead and reset the room. I am Tawanda. I'm Coach Tawanda. I'm a called and certified personal development and goals coach, best-selling author, and podcast host of Talk to Tawanda. And what we are talking about today, we are talking about why most people are not reaching their goals. But we're not just talking about that. We're also giving you an opportunity for December the 1st, go ahead and mark your calendar. If you are on TikTok, if you are on YouTube, click that link in the bio, and that link will take you to find out more information about this workshop that will be held on Zoom. You can come in, peek in from wherever you are, but go ahead and book your seat. But don't just book your seat. I want you to share it with someone else that is in that space of being stuck, because sometimes birds of a feather flock together. So if you're staying stagnant in a space, it's somebody else around you that's just as stagnant as you. So go ahead and share that link and meet me December the 1st, because we are stepping into 2026 allowing ourselves to live that better version, allowing ourselves to live with clarity, with boundaries, self-worth, with purpose, with healing, with peace, with discipline, and with courage. We are not going to settle, because we're not going to walk into the season where we continue to settle. We are going to walk into the season where we know that the rooms that we step into is the rooms that we desire to be in, and we belong there. I'm just saying, because here's the truth that most people never hear. God never designed us to barely get by. We around here skating, we barely getting by, and that's not what he designed us for. He never called us to just push through life exhausted or wounded or unseen. We've experienced those things, but we are not meant to stay there. It is our position, it is our opportunity, it's our responsibility to actually change. That's not what he designed us to do. He didn't create us to be hidden behind survival mode. He actually created us to live. He called us to live, step boldly, to think bigger. He called us to move differently. He called us to walk in purpose, even if before isn't perfect. We're not perfect, baby. We are human. So remember that it's not going to be perfect, but every moment, every opportunity that you give to yourself to work on what needs to be worked on is the opportunity for you to step into the best version of you. I'm just saying, to build the life that he's already planned for us, we're going to have to release some trauma. We're going to have to be convinced that we deserve to be in this space. Good morning, good morning, good morning. For those that just coming in, let me take a moment to reset the room. I am Coach Tawanda, a certified and called personal development and goals coach, best-selling author, and podcast host of Talks with Tawanda. And we are here talking about why most people never reach their goals. And we're also here to talk about December the 1st. Go ahead and click the link in the bio. Go ahead and tap that screen and like it as well. Show some love. I show love back. Go ahead and tap that screen, tap that link, and so you can join me from anywhere. It don't matter where you are. You can join me on Zoom live, where I'm going to answer some questions. We're going to talk some things out. We're going to shift our mindset. We're going to identify our vision. We're going to put some goals to that thing. We're going to put a plan together. We're going to walk by faith, not by sight. So we ain't going to see it right now, but we're going to go ahead and prepare for it, because in our hearts and our minds, we know that we're destined to get it. We're going to do all those things. Not only are we going to do those things, but guess what? We're going to put a vision board together as well, because again, now we got our vision. We know where we're going. We want to put it somewhere so we can be reminded of where we're going. So when distractions of life come through, you have something to refocus you. The real shifts happen when you stop asking, how do I make it through the day? And how do I start? When you stop asking, what am I building with my day? And you walk into it. No, wake up knowing what you're going to do. When you ain't got vision, you're not going to wake up knowing what it is that you're there to do. When you don't have vision, you're going to wake up like, what am I going to do today? You're going to wake up doing the same thing every day, because there's nothing else to keep you going. There's nothing else to excite you to do anything more, because you don't have a vision. You don't have anything that you're focusing on. That's why when surviving breaks, when the cycle ends, when identity grow, when the vision activates, that is the mindset you need before you create goals, vision boards, or a plan. We still trying to create new plans and new visions, but we still got the old mindset. If your mindset has been, well, I don't think I can do it, and then you're not going to shift from that mindset. You're going to keep that mindset, and then you're going to go start putting goals and stuff together. What you think going to happen? You're going to still be thinking that you can't do it, if you're already thinking that you can't do it. I'm just saying. I hope y'all get it. I hope y'all got it, because this is real life. That's why mindset shift is very important before trying to create a goal, before a vision board or anything else. A lot of people think vision boards are just putting pictures on the board. No, that consists of, but that is not the gist of, baby. Trust and believe. It's more work than that. And Coach Tawanda ain't just putting no pictures on the board. Coach Tawanda is shifting mindset and allowing us to be in a position to understand that everything that we put on that board is something that we desire and deserve to have. It's a shift of mindset that we can do it. Even if it's hard. On the hard days, we can do it. On the days we don't understand, we don't have all the tools, all the information, we can do what needs to be done that day. It's just a small step. A woman who is done surviving becomes a woman who is ready to transform. A woman who's done surviving is a woman who's ready to transform. Let me tell you, I've already told you, I have been in the space and in a position to where I have been surviving. Surviving, it's cool, it look cool. It look like you strong and you getting all the things taken care of. But then when you go home to yourself, when you're sitting by yourself, you're exhausted. You're exhausted. Let's go ahead and move on. Why this workshop matters? It matters to me. It matters to me because I know that the things that I did, the person that I was then and the person that I am now, baby, it's a different. I'm ready. I'm Y'all know I be trying to get to this thing. Listen, come through, Miss B. Come through. I am ready. I am ready. Miss B said, yes, I will be there at the workshop December the 1st. I am ready to identify my goals and shift my mindset to create the plan for reaching my goal. Girl, you better say it and you better go ahead and click that link in that bio and get your ticket. And you better go ahead and share that link as well. I ain't going to tell you better, but you better. Love you, girl. Listen, why this workshop is important. This is exactly why I created the Vision and Work Goals workshop, because it's needed. Because I didn't just wake up healed. Now I woke up cute. I wake up cute, baby. But I ain't wake up healed. I didn't wake up confident. I didn't wake up clear and purposeful. I didn't wake up like that. I had to rebuild my life piece by piece, emotion by emotion, habit by habit, decision by decision. And sometimes we are looking at what other people got going on. I want to stop here and I want to go say this. This is not a season or a time where we're going to compare what we got going on to what somebody else got going on, because what they got going on and we got going on is totally different. Yes, we all have a vision. We all have goals. We all have purpose, but they are not the same. So quit looking over there at what your neighbor and them doing, thinking that, oh, because they're moving faster or because this is happening for them or whatever the case may be, it's not happening for you and all that. Baby, all you're doing is distracting yourself. Stop worrying about what Jody and them doing and worrying about what you doing. I ain't worrying about what Keisha and them doing. I'm worrying about what Coach Tawanda is doing. Mine may not move as fast as Keisha and them, but Keisha and them vision a little bit different. I don't know what they over there doing. I'm not concerned, but I know me, there's an order in place and I have to walk through the steps. And I can't expect to wake up, and I don't want you to expect to wake up and, oh, everything is perfect, because that's a lie. It don't work that way. That instant gratification, baby, go ahead and knock that thing out, because we're going to have to work at some things. We're going to have to wake up continuously every day, putting something in practice. I'm just saying, once you realize the process God is walking you through, once you realize it, then you'll know what it is to do. Because once I realized the process that he was walking me through, I knew I had to help others do the same. I knew I had to show up in positions and in spaces. I'm like, okay, I know it's just not me. So I knew I had to show up in positions and in spaces, and I had to continue to work. I had to continue to work for me, not just for you, but for myself. Because again, I was tired of surviving and I was ready to live. And in order to do it, I had to take the shift. This workshop is not just about cutting out pictures, y'all. It's not. It's not gluing dreams to a board. It may be part of it. That's a little fun. That's a little hands-on. I'm a hands-on person. That's why I like to write things out, because I like to see it. This is the heart work. You understand me? This is the soul work. This is the mindset work. This is the strategy work that most people skip. We go and we jump straight to the vision. Oh, I want to buy a house, but we ain't put no plan together. We just want to buy a house, but we ain't put down, what do we need to buy this house? What do we need saved up? What do we need, to work on our credit? What will we need? Because even though we finna buy the house, there's still going to be some preparation that you have to have different mindset when you get in the house. How are we going to show up for ourselves? That's all I want to know. In this workshop, this is what we're going to dig into. But before we dig into what's about this workshop, I want to go ahead and reset the room for those that are just coming in. I am Tawanda. I am Coach Tawanda. I am a certified and called personal development and goals coach. I am a self-published best-selling author, and I am the podcast host of Talks with Tawanda, a space created for healing, believing, and walking into the season of a better version of ourselves. So let's go ahead and get to it. What we are talking about is a workshop. I am super excited about December the 1st. You got to understand first, I have been doing these workshops in person for years. And what I am doing is transitioning, and I want to be able to offer it to many more people, not just the city. So what I've done is put everything online so that everyone get the opportunity to join in. Everyone get the opportunity to not just put a vision board together. And I know many people have been a vision board. They done got with their little homegirls and stuff. And they done put all these little cute things on the board and things of that nature. But did anybody talk about the healing process? Did anybody talk about the mindset? Did anybody talk about the goals? Did anybody talk about the plan? Did anybody talk about the faith? Did anybody talk about walking it out? Because if those was not the discussions that was in that place, then hey, you just got part of the process, not the whole. But in this workshop, what we're going to do is we're going to dig into healing what held us back. There's some things that's been attached to. There's some disappointments, some old stories, some broken identities. The cycle that try to repeat will break it all up. We're gonna have to go ahead and get rid of it. We're gonna break it all. We're gonna break all that up. We ain't walking into this new season. We ain't finna go put on no clean clothes and no stank body. I'm just saying. So we're not finna go envision these new visions and these new goals with the same old mindset. I'm just saying we're gonna rebuild our belief system. It's important. We have to build our belief system because we can't walk into the new year with the same mindset that broke you in the last one. So if you was doing something this year, you should already be sitting down evaluating what did work, what didn't work. So when you move into the next year, in the next season, you're going to be able to do it better. That's called learning. You got to learn through the process. We're going to have to believe that we can achieve the thing that we are destined to achieve. If we don't believe it, then we're not going to achieve it. And there ain't no reason to even think that you're doing anything. But come on to this workshop so we can break these things down, because also we're going to gain clarity about our future. We are living life with vague goals, and vague goals produce vague results. We are sometimes, I remember having someone say, I think my vision is broke. Girl, why is your vision broke? Y'all seen it, I felt it. Baby, let me tell you. I don't know where that hole in my mouth just came from, but baby, it was there. But let's move on. Said my vision broke. I said, well, how's your vision broke? Now, you got all the steps to do the thing that needs to be done. Now your vision is broke. How's your vision broke? Well, what did you have on your board? Well, I wanted more money. I said, do you got money in the bank account? Well, yeah, a little bit. Did you have that before? No, but I want more. Well, how much more do you want? Did you actually identify with what you wanted? Did you actually allow yourself to put the goals together to get to what that goal that you desire to have? Did you even shift your mindset to believe that you can have more in your bank account? I'm just saying, it's more than just putting it on the board, baby. We got to do the work, and we don't want to do the work. But guess what? In this workshop, we're going to work a little bit. We're not just going to put the board together. We're going to actually walk through the steps. I'm going to give you all the ingredients to get yourself from where you are to where you want to be. So come on, join me, click the link in the bio and go ahead and get your seat. But just don't get your seat. Allow someone else the opportunity to get theirs too. So share, because like they say, birds of a feather flock together. There's somebody that you flocking with, that you're dear to, that you love, and y'all up in this thing together on the phone trying to figure out what we going to do. How we gonna figure out life? I don't know. And what the same conversations over and over. I'm just saying. So we're gonna gain clarity about our future. We're also gonna break limited mindsets. The one that says you can't. You go ahead and take can't out your vocabulary first of all, because you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. I'm just saying. Go ahead and tap that screen if you on these, if you on this live, just tap it, show a little love. It's okay. It is okay. It is okay, because we're gonna break limited mindsets. We're gonna have to stop seeing what we can't do. We're gonna have to stop thinking that we too late. We're gonna have to stop thinking that we too broke. We're gonna have to stop thinking that we're not ready. When we silence those voices, those thoughts, and baby, we're going to be walking somewhere a little bit different. Trust me, I had to do it. And one may ask, yes, I don't have a 9 to 5. Let me tell you, I don't have a 9 to 5 because my vision says I'm not going to ask nobody permission to go to the bathroom. If I'm hungry, I'm hungry. I'm not going to, you're not going to set a time for me to eat. You're not going to do that. You're not going to determine how much my check going to be. I'd rather sit and work in my business and do an event or a workshop or have a client and make my $2,500 in doing that one thing versus trying to make that $25 in the whole 30 days. That was my vision though. It was my vision to walk the way that I walk. It was my vision to have the things that I have, to do the things that I do. And I am still visioning out this journey. Every year is going to be something different. Every year I get the opportunity to grow. Every year I set new goals, new visions, new all the things. And that's what we're going to do in this workshop. So again, being that I got our course, we're going to roll it back. What we're going to do in this workshop, we're going to heal what's holding you back. We're going to rebuild the belief system. We're going to gain clarity about our future. We're going to break some limiting mindset, and we're going to set God-led goals. We are going to actually set goals, because what's the purpose of having a vision and then you don't know what you're going to do with it? You ain't got no goals. No, you don't even know what the next step. So guess what? I'm going to help you with the next steps, because no goal. Wait a minute. I got to reset this thing over here on TikTok. Y'all give me a little second. Lord, my fingers too big. Okay, I think I got it that time. Not goals rooted in fear. We're not going to set goals that's rooted in fear. We ain't going to set goals in pressure. We're not going to compare what we got going on to somebody else. But goals rooted in purpose, alignment, and destiny, baby, that's what we working on. That's what we're going to do in this workshop. Bye, baby. Love you. Have a good day at school. The baby gone, y'all. The house to myself. Ain't like I'm finna do nothing. I'm finna go right after. We're going to be creating a vision that matches who we are becoming. There is something that we are desiring to be, somebody different, something different that we are needing to do. We need to show up different. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a vision that matches who we are becoming. And then we're going to plan like the best version of ourselves. We're going to do the planning that actually aligns with who we see ourselves. Where do you see yourself next year? What do you see yourself having? What do you see yourself doing? Well, this is the moment where we're going to start walking it out. We're going to walk it out. We're going to plan it so that it matches. We're going to map it out step by step, so you don't have to just dream. You can actually execute. So we're not going to go into this workshop and I'm just going to give you, we ain't just going to come in here and do a vision board. We're going to come in here and we're going to do some work. I'm going to give you all the ingredients. I'm going to give you the whole Thanksgiving meal, so that when you leave that workshop, I guarantee you're going to leave that workshop different. You're going to leave that workshop knowing what you want, what you need, where you're going, and the motivation that you're going to need to keep through it, because we're going to walk it out by faith and discipline. Because the vision without moving is just a wish. Remember that a vision without moving is just a wish. We ain't just going to keep wishing on those things that we desire to have. We going to actually move, because we got somewhere to go. We got some things to do. We are not just wishing in 2026. We're going to be building. If you here and if you're going to build with me for yourself, go ahead and put building in the chat bar, because that's what we do. This workshop is a movement. I'm excited. I'm excited because this workshop is going to get you to stop surviving to start living. I'm just telling you, baby, I'm taking you through the steps, and people ask me all the time. I have friends that be laughing a little bit like, okay, wait a minute. Yes, you're right. Baby, if I decide, girl, you better say it. Come on, Miss B, and build. Come on and build for 2026. Let's build. This is where clarity replaces confusion. If you are confused about what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, where you're going to do it, you should be in this workshop. Is where confidence replaces doubt. If you're doubting if you're good enough, doubting if it's going to work out, doubting if you got all the tools, doubting if you're doing all the things, then you need to be in this workshop. It's where healing replaces heaviness. If you are burdened, if you are heavy, if you're holding on to the things that tried to break you, if you're still sitting in most of your day instead of working and focusing on your vision, that you still focusing on what Jody and them did to you in the past, then you need to be in this workshop. And where vision replaces fear, if you are fearful but for taking the next step because you already did it, already tried it, it didn't work out, then come on to this workshop, because I'm going to show you how to go ahead and knock that down, how to go ahead and begin again. If it's your vision, it may didn't work out, but it don't mean that it's not your vision. It just means you got to do something a little bit different. This workshop is a turning point. It's your turning point. Before it became a workshop, this was my turning point. The same way it is gonna be for you. It's the same way it was for me. I didn't wake up healed, I'm trying to tell you. So listen, if something in today's message is tugging at you, if something in your spirit is saying, this is for me, I need to be in this workshop because I need to get what I need to get. Baby, that baby did not. Y'all gonna have to excuse me. I hate to do this, but I'm not gonna let my refrigerator sit on. That baby done walked out this door, baby. And she did not shut this refrigerator. Y'all just give me a second. I'm sorry, but baby, duty calls. So listen, my vision was to see my refrigerator closed. It wasn't gonna get closed unless I got up and did it. I'm just saying, baby, I use anything as an example. Come on now. Listen. Where was I? Listen. If there's something that's that's tugging at you, if you're stuck in a place, if you're still wondering how to do it, when to do it, how to do it, where to do it, what to do, you should be in this workshop. If you know you've been surviving more than you actually living, you should be in this workshop. If you got that nudge on you, that is something you need to be starting, some business, some buying, whatever it is, you need to be in the workshop. I'm just saying. If something calling you higher, if something calling you forward, if something is calling you into the next version of you, you need to be in this workshop. Listen. You don't have to enter into another confusing year. You do not have to keep repeating the cycles that wore your soul down the years prior to moving into 2026. And we are not going to wait. Now, I'm going to have some workshops in 2026, but this December the 1st and the 15th, baby, is for those that's ready now, because I'm not going to wait. I ain't doing all that New Year's resolution and all that. All that is for the fake for me. No, we going to have to start planning now. We going to plan. We ain't waiting till the new year to say, oh, I'm going to be better, baby. Already, I'm going to be better. Already in October, it's a planting season. So in October, I was already reviewing my whole year to see where I was, what I did and did not do, and what I need to do to move forward. If there was anything that needed to be shifted, and the shift has already started. We're not waiting. We here now. If you don't have to stay in the same place emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Like, you can move, you can be transformed, you can be made anew. I'm just telling you, it happened for me. And it can happen for you. I'm not a singer. I'm a coach now. So don't be sitting there talking about, oh, Coach Tawanda can't sing. Coach Tawanda never said she was a singer. I'm just saying, I want you to join me December the 1st for this Vision and Goals workshop. I want you to join me because I know that there is something better for you. I know that there is something that's tugging at you. There's something that's needed from you. You got to show up. So I want you to show up at this workshop so that when you leave this workshop, you can show up and show out, baby, because you know exactly what you're going. You know exactly what you need, and you know exactly what you need to get there. God is giving you grace to shift. So, okay, you made mistakes in the past. Okay, you didn't do certain things. Okay, certain things didn't work out. But baby, there's grace on the table. He is giving you permission to rebuild. If you are watching this is your moment to rebuild. He's giving you space to dream again. If you have been waking up, baby, without a dream, going to sleep and waking up without a dream, this is an opportunity. You can have it. You can dream again. You just got to allow yourself to be in a position to do so. But you must respond. You must respond to that better self. You must respond to those goals, that vision. You must respond. If you don't respond, it's going to pass you by. So, you ever had those moments where something has touched your spirit, you want to build a business for something, and then you don't do it. You just sit because you're scared, you're nervous, and all the things. And then you start looking around, and everybody around you building that business that you said that you was going to build. The one that you was scared of, the one that you was confused about, the one that you didn't allow yourself to move forward in because you still thinking about what happened in the past, what you didn't do, what Jody and them did to you, all those things. That's why this workshop is a moment for you. It's your turning point. It's a moment and opportunity to reset. It's your sign. It's your confirmation. It's your invitation to step into the future that God designed for you to go step into. I'm just saying, if you're tired of surviving, if you know you're meant for more, if you're ready to heal, plan, build, and align with purpose, you should click the link in the bio and you should go ahead and book your seat, your spot. It is on Zoom. You ain't got to go nowhere. You ain't got to meet me nowhere. You ain't got to get all dressed up. Come in your PJs. Just come with clothes on. I'm just saying. But be there because this is your time. This is your opportunity. Your next level is not coming just for you sitting there. It's coming when you make a move and you decide that you are ready to accept the assignment and step through the door. So listen, right now is your time. That moment, I'm gonna wait because I ain't ready yet. Well, if you ain't ready, you ain't ready. I can't even work with those that ain't ready. I don't even take clients. If you're not ready, you got to be ready. You got to at least say, I am ready to change. And when you're ready to change, then what you're going to do, you're going to be willing to accept accountability. You're going to be willing to allow yourself in the space of heal those things that try to break you, because you know you're moving into something totally different. So let me go ahead before I close this out and reset this room. For those that just visited, here I am. I am Coach Tawanda. I am a called and certified personal development and goals coach, best-selling author, and podcast host of with Tawanda, a space for healing, a space for believing, and a space of walking into a better version of ourselves. And what we are talking about today is why most people don't reach their goals, why most people are sitting stagnant and not living the life that they're desiring to live. I don't know what it is. I wanted to live a simple life. I didn't want to work for nobody. And y'all, I don't. I hadn't in a few years. I actually get very nervous, stomach get all bubbly and everything if I even think about wanting to go and get a job for something, because it's not. It's against the vision. It's against what I've already said. What I had what I desire to have. I desire to have my own business. So guess what I did? I started my business. I desired to write a book. Guess what I did? I wrote a few of them. I decided to do the things that I wanted to do. I wanted to determine my time. Listen, I'm up at between 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, not because I have to. It's because I want to. I don't even get up to do it before a job. I get up to do it for myself, because that's when I spend time for myself. I wanted to map out time for myself, and that's when I did it. I make the decisions on how I want to live. I'm not, because I'm not surviving, I'm actually living. So what I do, I plan it with clarity. I allow myself to be clear about what I want. I'm not going to walk into this space with confusion, doubt, in the heaviness and fear that I walked into other seasons with. This is the moment. This is your moment. So do me a favor. Go ahead. Just go ahead. Just go ahead and do it. You can do it right now. Ain't no need to wait. Go ahead and click the link in the bio. You will see the vision board workshop, baby. It's not just a board. We're not just putting pictures on the board. We're going to walk through the steps, because you can put the pictures on the board, and what do they mean? If you ain't clear about it, if you've not defined it, if you've not put goals to it, if you're not planning on it, if you're not holding on faith, if you're not walking it out, then it's just going to be sitting there. All it's going to be is pictures on the board. I'm just saying, there is some work that we have to do. So this is not the season. If you think right now that you're walking in confusion, you walking in doubt, you walking in fear, all those things, this is your opportunity. If you're here, if you read it, listen, if you today, tomorrow, whenever, this is your opportunity to say, okay, this is me. Let me go ahead and get in this workshop, because I know there's greater for me. I know there's bigger things for me. I know that there is a life beyond the life that I'm living. I just want to tell you, it's yours. If you believe it, it don't matter. I can believe it for you, but if you don't believe it for yourself, then it ain't gonna work. So hey, go ahead, click that link, share that link, subscribe so you can catch all the information, and allow yourself to be great. You're great already. So go ahead and why not just allow yourself to be up in there? So let me go ahead and do a run back, and then when I do this run back, I'm gonna go, y'all, because I got some things to do. And my coffee got cold, and I gotta warm it up. Stomach growling and all those things. So we ain't even gonna be here too much longer. My time is about up. So let me go ahead and run this thing back. Why most people don't reach their goals, one, it's the lack of clarity. If you are lacking clarity about what it is that you want, you need to click that link in the bio so you can go ahead and get your ticket and sit with me on December the 1st. If your vision is not pulling you forward because you don't have a vision, then it's fine. December the 1st, you need to go ahead and click that link so you can meet me December the 1st in that workshop, because we're going to figure out all that stuff, right? If you're lacking accountability, you need to go ahead and click that link in the bio. Y'all already know what I'm going to say. So go ahead and click that link in the bio and go ahead and grab your seat. Don't just grab your seat. Birds of a feather flock together. If there's somebody connected to you that you know that should be growing just as well as you, go ahead and share that link. But then emotional wounds still running slow. We're going to have to let those things go. So if you still got emotional wounds, if you still sitting around saying that you're not enough, thinking that you're not enough, thinking that you don't deserve more, thinking it won't work, thinking because you've failed before that it ain't going to happen, people don't support you, like all the things, you need to click that link and join me December the 1st in this workshop. I'm just saying, if you are surviving and not living, you need to click the link in the bio and join me on December the 1st. I'm just saying. If your mindset need to shift, if it's not aligned, if your mindset is not aligned with your vision and goals, guess what you should do? click the link in the bio and join me December the 1st. I got you covered. We are not just going to put a vision board together, baby. We are going to put this board together because we going to see what living looks like, because we going to do what we going to do. We going to work on clarity, knowing where we're going and why. Some of us don't have a why big enough to even withstand our vision. We don't even know why we're doing it. We just waking up doing it. Because we're going to have boundaries. Because we're going to have to protect what we're building. Because in some seasons in life, we've lost some things, and we lost them because we didn't have boundaries, so we wasn't protecting that what we want. We're going to walk with self-worth. That's what living looks like. Your self-worth. We're going to refuse to settle for crumbs. No, I don't want the crumbs. I want the whole meal. Fill my plate. I'm just saying. I don't know about your plate. I ain't saying it because I'm a big girl, but I do like to eat. So don't just give me no crumbs. I don't know about you. I'm talking about me. We gonna walk in purpose, because waking up with intentions instead of depression or desperation or just confusion, that ain't gonna get it. We ain't moving into 2026 like that. If we walking in purpose, because we living, right? We gonna heal. We gonna give ourselves permission to evolve. We can't stay the same. We can't allow what tried to break us still play on our mind, because it's walking into the future with us, and it ain't even. That's why things are still shaky. That's why things are not working out, because we're not walking in the space of healing. We still worried about what was happening back then. Now, I don't care about nobody else. I had somebody else say, "Well, somebody's stealing my peace." Can't nobody steal nothing you give away. Your peace is your responsibility. Choose what aligns instead of what drains. So if it drains you, remove yourself. If it's aligned, allow yourself to just fall up and just trip up in that thing. I'm sorry. Discipline. This was a big one for me, because, baby, I was, raising myself since 15 years old, baby. I didn't have that discipline. I got up and did what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it and how I wanted to do it. That's just how life was. And I was responsible to a degree. I ain't saying I wasn't responsible, but I didn't have that discipline thing down packed. So being the kind of person that your future depends on is going to take a little discipline, courage. Doing it scared, but doing it anyway. When I started jumping on live, baby, I was nervous, on pissed off, sweating, and it wasn't from the heater that I have on, baby. I was nervous, not knowing how it's gonna turn out, who gonna show up, if anybody gonna show up. But you know what? I got to that point to where I decided that it didn't matter. I'm gonna be there for the one that shows up, because I'm telling you, I'm going to be there for the one that shows up. And even if on December the 1st, you are the one that shows up, guess what? I'm going to show up with you and show out, because guess what? You got somewhere to be, and it ain't where you at. Hey, I love y'all. Have an amazing day on purpose. It is Tuesday. And we have decided on this Tuesday that it is time to start living and not just surviving. We are walking into a new season, a new era in life, and we're going to walk into that space being a better version of ourselves. The people that's going to be able to receive you in this new season, they're going to receive the best version of you. And I am so excited for that. I am so excited to have you meet me December the 1st on Zoom. How do you get there? What is it going to be? Well, I just told you what it's going to be. I told you what day to meet me. And I also told you to click that link in the bio. Go ahead and get your seat. If you are watching this video on YouTube and TikTok, if you ain't already subscribed or follow, go ahead and do that now, so you can get the information, man, so I can give you the tea when the tea is brewed and ready to serve, right? So come on in, go ahead, click the link, book your seat, meet me on December the 1st, so we can go ahead and get you from where you are to where you want to be. I guarantee you won't regret it. You won't regret it. It will not be a waste of time, baby. It's going to be the best time that you have spent on yourself in a long while. So go ahead, click the link, get your seat, and I will see you December the 1st. Other than that, y'all make sure y'all have an amazing day on purpose. And guess what y'all going to do? Come here and see me again tomorrow at 7 a.m. because I got something else to tell you. It's always Talks with Tawanda. Who am I? I am Coach Tawanda. I am a personal development goals coach, called and certified, best-selling author. Yes. Let me go show you. Here's just one arm right here. Here, two arm right here. The other one I ain't got the copyright. Yes, I've done it. I do it, and I enjoy it. Why? Because I had a vision in place, and my vision said, "This is what I want. This is what I'm gonna do," and I did it. And I am the podcast host of Talks with Tawanda. If you're over here on TikTok, you can go over there on YouTube, click in, put in Talk with Tawanda. It's gonna take you to me. You already know. You done seen me because I don't woke up like this without this lip gloss, baby, and put these glasses on and this little head, but baby, yeah. Anyway, I ain't wake up healed, but I did wake up cute. I ain't perfect. I am human. I love you and have an amazing day on purpose.